Tonight, as we get our first look at the building where the rampage unfolded, chilling new details about the man investigators believe carried it out. Law enforcement officials tell NBC News in the past week, the shooter, Mohammed Saeed al-Shamrani, a Saudi national, invited 3 other Saudis to his home for dinner where he showed them videos of mass shootings. Officials say he regularly socialized with the 3, but after a recent trip to Saudi Arabia, he returned more pious and was no longer interested in hanging out with them. Officials do not believe they were involved and say al-Shamrani acted alone. Those same officials confirm the handgun used in Friday's attack was legally purchased from a gun dealer in Pensacola, typically illegal for a non-citizen, but al-Shamrani exploited a loophole that allowed him to buy it because he has a hunting license. Officials are not confirming this as an act of terrorism, but believe a social media post declaring America's love for Israel and hatred for Islam was written by al-Shamrani. Sources tell NBC after the attack, a number of al-Shamrani's fellow Saudi classmates were questioned, but officials say there's no concern they were involved. As the Pensacola community embraces its members in uniform, we're learning more about those in the gunman's path. Among them, Ryan Blackwell, an assistant wrestling coach, and Charles Hogue, a police officer on base, both recovering tonight. And 23-year-old Joshua Caleb Watson, who never made it home. In a touching Facebook post, his brother describes Watson's final moments. After being shot multiple times, he made it outside and told the first response team where the shooter was. Those details were invaluable. He died a hero.
Blaine, so many families live on that military base. What do we know about them? Are they allowed to go back home?
Well, Jose, they are allowed to go back home tonight, but right now and through the weekend, the base is under restricted access, meaning that it's only open to essential personnel and residents, but closed to everyone.
We're back with the Fox News alert. 6 Saudi nationals taken into custody after a Saudi gunman, a terrorist, opens fire, killing 3 people at a naval air station in Florida.
That's right. And Florida Governor Ron DeSantis praising the heroic response. Listen.
You still saw some of that bravery and grit come out, and even people who had been wounded themselves thinking about others.
Well, our correspondent Jonathan Seri is live in Pensacola, Florida this morning as the FBI looks into the possible terror link. Jonathan, good morning. What's happening on the ground there?
Good morning to you. And a U.S. defense official is confirming to Fox News the detention of those 6 Saudi nationals brought in for further questioning. And the New York Times is reporting that 3 of the 6 were seen taking video footage of the incident, the violent shooting on Friday as it unfolded. A senior U.S. official has told Fox News the gunman was an aviation student from Saudi Arabia named Mohammed Saeed al-Shamrani. The New York Post reports a Twitter account under that name published an anti-American message just hours before the deadly shooting. The message reads in part, "What I see from America is the supporting of Israel, which is the invasion of Muslim countries." Authorities say the aviation student pulled out a handgun in one of the classrooms on base and opened fire, killing 3 people and injuring at least 8 others, including 2 deputies responding to the scene. One of those deputies shot and killed the suspect. Friday's incident has prompted some officials to call for a safety review of training programs for foreign nationals on U.S. soil. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is calling on Saudi Arabia to make things right.
The government of Saudi Arabia needs to make things better for these victims, and I think that they are going to owe a debt here, given that this is one of their individuals.
Saudi Arabian officials condemned the attack and expressed condolences for the victims while affirming the importance of their country's strategic partnership with the U.S. Yesterday, President Trump spoke by phone with the Saudi king.
The king said that the Saudi people are greatly angered by the barbaric actions of the shooter, and that this person in no way, shape, or form represents the feelings of the Saudi people who love the American people.
And this weekend, the naval air station remains closed as the FBI continues to investigate. Back to you.